problem-solving skills and capabilities. Are you good enough to be resilient? The most important steps in solving problems is to have faith in overcoming challenges. But faith alone is not enough. The correct perception of reality is equally important. After a proper assessment of reality, we must set realistic goals and we must only take risks based on a proper perception of reality. In the event of a crisis, the ability of being adaptive is a must to handle a situation. Courage, discipline, preparedness, and determination in solving problems are eternal virtues. Now, how can we develop these? Donders highlights 3 factors: focus, constructive analysis, and improvisation. Let's see focus first. Perhaps everyone is aware of the meaning of the word focus. When you concentrate on something and when we have a problem in front of us, we need to see clearly where we want to go. Then we must realize our goals in a self-assertive and assertive manner. Assertive communication can be developed, which means, among others, that we see things clearly and make it easy for others to understand. Assertive people are able to make independent decisions and stand up for themselves without harming others. It's also important in self-assertion that assertiveness does not turn into aggressiveness, and self-assertion is about finding a balance between passive behavior and aggressive behavior. If you're passive, you will be a victim. If you're aggressive, you will most likely only find a partial solution for a task and, of course, harm others, which is quite bad. Assertiveness is therefore a clairvoyance that manifests itself in your communication. It's also important to set the right priorities because this also supports you to see and communicate more clearly about what you say yes or no to, and thus your goals will be clearer. The second thing that can improve your problem-solving skills is constructive analysis. It is important to analyze our negative experiences, to explore cause and effect relationships, to draw conclusions and learn lessons. The execution of the tasks is a matter of decision. So whether we think and analyze the events that happen to us depends on whether we want to do it or not. It's quite simple, yet many people are too lazy to analyze. Analytical and systematic thinking can be learned and developed. Intellectual abilities and our brain work like our muscles. They get stronger if we use them as much as possible. And that's why we need to train our brain and look for opportunities to proactively do so. A neurologist, Gerald Hoover, was asked if an 82-year-old widower could learn Chinese, and his answer was yes, if he could find a Chinese wife. His answer pointed out that it's worth to combine the pleasant with the useful, because if we like something, we don't only have the extra motivation to learn, but our brain forms new neural connections that help us learn new skills, and we can perform at a higher level while learning it. The third thing that improves our problem-solving skills is improvisation. Improvising is nothing more than finding a quick solution to a newly created situation. Or, as the writer puts it, thinking outside the box, usually under great pressure. This includes, of course, the ability to consider and think before making a decision, and to come up with several workable scenarios, plan A, plan B, plan C, and after this, accurately assessing the situation in order to choose the best solution. If we are able to deviate from the original plan and usual thinking in order to find new solutions, it's an indicator of our resilience and courage, because we also need courage to do so. And after all, the most important thing is the ability to actually carry out the solution plan. The fourth resilience factor is capitalizing on capabilities. Viktor Frankl and Alfred Adler formulated 3 basic principles as prerequisites for mental development. We have to recognize, develop, and make use of our natural abilities and talents. The second one is find our place in society and fill it. And we also have to find the meaning of everyday life. It is very interesting that if we succeed to use our unique natural abilities and talents in only 20% of our working time, we will be more energetic and more motivated in the remaining time of the work hours, and our general well-being will improve. People who don't have this 20%, they de-stress usually during the weekend because that's when they gather strength. While those who were able to use their natural abilities during 20% of their work hours, they find a great amount of energy and joy, and they can overcome difficulties faster. The use of our abilities and talents fills us with positive energy, but if the opportunity to practice our abilities is not given, it must be created and it must be sought. Daniel Pink says that continuous development within a profession is internally motivating and gives energy, and we will be able to perform well with pleasure in the long term. Donders points out a very important thing, in my opinion, that is that professional development does not only mean moving up the ranks, but the cultivation and practice of professional knowledge as well. There are many professionals in managerial positions whose professional knowledge becomes quite passive beside their managerial duties. These people can easily lose their motivation and energy. In order to always be inspired, it's essential not to give up on our professional development. And we have to be conscious about this. We have to keep learning. That's it for today. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Bye.